Aliko Dangote is the richest man in Africa and the richest black man in the world, with an estimated net worth of $13.4 billion in 2024. His business empire, Dangote Group, is one of the largest private sector employers in Nigeria, as well as the most valuable conglomerate in West Africa. Shortly after graduating from the college at the age of 21, Dangote borrowed $3,000 from his uncle to import and sell agricultural commodities in Nigeria, his native country. His business venture quickly became a success, and as a result, he managed to repay the entire loan within 3 weeks of starting the operations. Ultimately, Dangote was able to turn a local commodities trading business into a multi-billion-dollar corporation. Today, he is one of Africa's leading industrialists and philanthropists. This is the story of Aliko Dangote. Early life. Dangote was born on the 10th of April of 1957 into a wealthy Hausa Muslim family in Kano, which was then part of British Nigeria. His mother, Maria Sanusi Dantata, was the daughter of businessman Sanusi Dantata. His father, Muhammad Dangote, was a business associate of Dantata. Through his mother, he is the great-grandson of Alhassan Dantata, the richest person in Africa at the time of his death in 1955. Dangote's brother, Sani, born in 1959 or 1960 and died in 2021, was also a businessman. Dangote was educated at Sheikh Aliyu Kumasi Madrasa, followed by Capital High School in Kano in 1978. He graduated from Government College. He received a bachelor's degree in business studies and administration from a university in Cairo. Early life and education. Born in 1957, Dangote grew up in an entrepreneurial household in Kano State, Nigeria. He was raised a Muslim and lived an upper-class life. Dangote's grandfather, Sanusi Dantata, was once named one of the wealthiest people living in Kano. He made his fortune selling commodities like oats and rice. Dantata became Dangote's guardian in 1965 after the death of his father. Having spent much of his childhood with his grandfather, Dangote quickly became interested in the world of business. Once saying, "I can remember when I was in primary school, I would go and buy cartons of sweets, sugar boxes, and I would start selling them just to make money. I was so interested in business, and even at that time." Dangote attended Egypt's university, considered one of Islam's most prestigious universities. It was there that this individual that loves entrepreneurship furthered his education in business, graduating at age 21. Notable accomplishments. Dangote's business interests encompass many industries, including oil and gas, consumer goods, and manufacturing. However, Dangote Cement makes up the majority of the conglomerate revenue, of which Dangote owns 85%. According to Forbes magazine, the subsidiary produces 48.6 million metric tons of cement every year and operates in 10 African countries. Dangote also owns the world's third largest sugar refinery. Dangote Cement Group reported annual revenue of 2.21 trillion naira for 2023, or approximately $1.39 billion US. An empire is born. After graduating from college in 1977, Dangote managed to convince his uncle to lend him money to start a business. The funds from the loan allowed him to import soft commodities at wholesale prices from international suppliers. Two of his main imports were rice from Thailand and sugar from Brazil. He then sold them in small quantities to consumers in his village at a lucrative markup. The venture quickly became successful and turned into a cash cow. In an interview with Forbes, Dangote claims that on his best day, he was realizing a daily net profit of $10,000. That allowed him to repay his uncle in only 3 weeks, cutting out the middleman. In 1997, Dangote realized that acting as a middleman was a very costly endeavor, so he built a plant to produce what he had been importing and selling for the previous 20 years: pasta, sugar, salt, and flour. Around the same time, Dangote was awarded a state-owned cement company, Dangote significantly expanded the operations of his company in 2005 by constructing a multi-million-dollar manufacturing plant. The construction was financed with $319 million of Dangote's own money, in addition to $479 million loan from the International Finance Corporation, a sister organization of the World Bank. Each of his manufacturing division has been separated into publicly traded companies: Dangote Sugar Refinery PLC, National Salt Company of Nigeria PLC, and Dangote Cement PLC. Aliko Dangote's net worth as of early 2024 is around $13.4 billion. Expanding the empire, Dangote has always reinvested the majority of his profits back into his business. One reason the company has grown so much since its inception. During an interview with Al Jazeera News, Aliko Dangote explained, "We, Dangote Group, are not doing like other Africans who keep most of their money in bank. We do not keep money in the bank. We fully invest whatever we have, and we keep on investing." Unlike many wealthy Nigerians who made their fortune in oil, Dangote initially chose to go down a different path, but he has since entered the oil and gas industry. In an effort to put some of his cash reserves to work, Dangote started building a massive oil refinery in Lagos, which finally began operation in early 2024 after years of construction delays. If successful, it will significantly reduce Nigerians' reliance on international suppliers for oil and gas and end the import of $7 billion in fuel a year. The $20 billion refinery in Nigeria is the largest industrial project ever in Nigeria and is expected to produce 650,000 barrels of oil per day. Aliko Dangote made his fortune by importing and selling agricultural commodities, and later through oil and gas, consumer goods, and manufacturing. The majority of Dangote's fortune comes from Dangote Cement, which produces 48.6 million metric tons of cement every year and operates in 10 African countries. Aliko Dangote is known as one of Africa's top industrialists and the richest black man in the world. Aliko Dangote also has one wife currently. He has married a total of 3 wives. With 2 previous divorces, he has 3 daughters. The bottom line: Aliko Dangote's journey to fortune is not a rag to riches story. He came from a wealthy family that was able to provide the financial assistance he needed to start his business. Over the years, Dangote has expanded into new business segments including telecommunications, real estate, and steel manufacturing. Today, his holding company, Dangote Group, is the largest conglomerate in West Africa. His title as richest man in Africa seems to be one he will hold for years to come. In July of 2012, Dangote approached the Nigerian Port Authority to license an abandoned piece of land at the Apapa port, which was approved. He later built the facilities for his sugar company. There, it is the largest refinery in Africa and the 3rd largest in the world, producing 800,000 metric tons of sugar annually, and is a major importer of rice, fish, pasta, cement, and fertilizer. In February of 2022, Dangote announced the completion of the Peugeot assembly facility in Nigeria, following his partnership with Stellantis Group, the parent company of Peugeot, and the Kano and Kaduna state government. The new automobile company, Dangote Peugeot Automobile Nigeria Limited, DPAN factory, which is based in Kaduna, commenced operation with the rollout of the Peugeot 301, 508, 3008, 5008, and a host of others. On the 22nd of May of 2023, in Lekki, Nigeria, Dangote commissioned the Dangote refinery. The plant plans to export petrol, turning Africa's biggest oil producer into an export hub for petroleum companies. It also plans to export diesel, according to Dangote, who funded the refinery construction. Do well to hit the notification bell, and thank you so much for watching. That's all we have on the Dangote story.